Okay, what is going on, everybody? Coming at you today with a pickups video. I've been kind of falling behind and keeping you guys updated as far as the videos go with what all I have picked up. And this is honestly going back to before Road to WrestleMania came out. So there's a decent little stack here of stuff to show off. And yeah, we'll get right into it. We'll start out with something that's not even Road to WrestleMania. Recently picked this guy up. Got it for a steal, which I did with many of these cards. But yeah, I paid like less than $40 maybe for this. It is the Elias from 2018 Undisputed, numbered 2 of 5, as you can see there. And now I just lack the 1 of 1. I just need the 1 of 1 for this, and then I will have the rainbow. I think that would be sick if I could pull that off, but of course the 1 of 1 being always the toughest to get. Don't have my hopes up, but I definitely want it and would probably definitely overpay if I saw it on eBay. So yeah, Elias there. And then just a couple relics. These came from a group break before you guys all know the story. Ended up not getting a Road to WrestleMania case. So I hopped in a couple group breaks because I had the itch and everybody's ripping it. So picked up a couple, or ended up receiving a couple relics. This being the matte relic from WrestleMania 34, and this being a shirt relic out of 99. The bronze almost looks like the gold. So don't be confused by that. It is out of 99. And a lot of these tops, actually, I got to give them a little bit of credit. I actually, of course, just got the plain black shirt there. But there are a ton of 2-color and even 3-color with multiple breaks out there. Even in the ones out of like $199, which is the base. So I'm going to try to, I hate buying relics just because by the time you pay for shipping, and then if they start the auction at $3, you're into a relic like $10, and which I mean isn't terrible, but I'm gonna be more selective, I should say. Like if it's a really nice multicolor relic, I would pick it up. Other than that, I'm honestly slowing down on picking up just relics, just because I'm running out of room to display stuff and even store stuff. So moving on, we will get right into some more Road to WrestleMania. So this is the base autograph. Elias shortened his SIG for cards now, which most people do. A little bit disappointing, but even if you just compare from Undisputed to Road to WrestleMania, it's pretty different. So yeah, the base autograph there. We've got the blue, always my favorite, out of 50. And then the silver out of 25. And the gold out of 10. Picked that up from a guy by the name of Todd on Facebook. He rips a lot. He's also pretty active on the blowout card forums. So, actually, Sean owed me some money from the Rumble trip, and he reached out and said, hey, I got this. Long story short, Sean ended up getting it for me to pay me back. So yeah, Elias out of 10. Thanks, Sean, and thanks, Todd, for some of those easy deals. So from that, I just need the 1 of 1. And again, kind of the same spiel I just went over. Would love to get it, but don't have my hopes up. This card, but going back to Undisputed and switching gears to Kevin Owens, is nasty. 5 of 10. The relic autograph, but look at that! Look at that relic. It is actually part of the authentic tag, which is like at the bottom of the shirts. So try to get a close up on that. It looks way better in person. It would have been better if they could have centered it in the window a little bit better, but they only have so many of these, especially you can only make so many cards out of this. But again, credit to Topps. They're really upping their game as far as the patches and the multicolored relics go. So I can at least give them credit for that. And then back to Road to WrestleMania. I'm in the same boat. Got the base auto. Got the blue auto. The silver. And the gold out of 10. So, yeah, again, looking for the one-of-one. Speaking of one-of-ones, was able to get this for an absolute steal. It was like $7 or $8, I want to say. It was definitely, I didn't pay more than 10. And this is, I am super pumped to get this card. This is one of the things that I love about Road to WrestleMania is it kind of, like the timeline. So especially if you were like at some of these events, which we were, Hell in a Cell in Detroit at the new Little Caesars Arena. It's super cool, I think, to kind of try to get cards or at least parallels of shows that you've been to. And this being a true one-of-one, yeah, just absolute steal. Kevin Owens defeats Shane McMahon in a Falls Count Anywhere Hell in a Cell match, which that was a really good match. Had a lot of fun at that show. Hoping to get to another pay-per-view at Little Caesars Arena. WWE has they haven't announced anything for like the entire year, which is super strange. So in addition to our 2019 plans, hoping there's a live show next month. Hoping that they announce like a pre-sale for a pay-per-view, since they don't have any pay-per-views other than the big ones already kind of scheduled. So Road to WrestleMania, no, maybe. This is either Road to WrestleMania or Then Now Forever. We'll be able to tell by the back. This is Then Now Forever, I think. No. Either way, whatever. So I love these relic autos out of 10. I picked up 2 of them. One from SummerSlam and one from the Rumble, last year's Rumble, of course. So yeah, 2 of those guys. And then switching gears to my one-of PC gimmick that I've got going on, even though now I have 2 of this guy, technically, because he's on a duel. But, so story behind this card. This is from Road to WrestleMania. Like, look at that. Look at that patch. Or it's not a patch, it's the screen print, so not really a patch, but multicolor with a ton of breaks. That's off the top. I just see 1, 2, 3, 4 colors, and of course, however many technically breaks that you see in that. So that's nasty. And then the I don't know if it says, that's got to be WrestleMania, right? WrestleMania 33 event used swatch. So when they're from their return. And then I'm going to assume that's where the mat's from. Yeah. So story behind this card sold for like stupid cheap, like $11 maybe, and it's out of 25. But the dudes in the listing spelt it Woken Matt Hardy, but he spelt Hardy with an E. Spelt it Hardey. So yeah, gotta love those. I don't even know how I found it because my save searches don't account for Matt Hardy with an E. I think it just randomly somehow popped up in like the suggested stuff. So yeah, I was super happy to pick that up. And then, so I'm going to be honest, it's been a while, so I don't know. The next few I might have already shown you guys. I know for sure I haven't shown this one, so we'll save that. But I had to go and grab the good old 2016 NXT mini box autographs, their first autographs, Ciampa and Gargano. Yeah, don't really have anything else to say other than I just needed these. Really good autographs and just fit perfectly. They've been a huge part of the last year and a half, 2 years of wrestling, so almost every takeover I've been's been centered around these guys, so very fitting to grab those. We'll switch it up and then come back. Bianca Belair. I just wanted to grab one of hers because I honestly did think that she was going to win the NXT Women's Championship at the Phoenix takeover. She did not, which that doesn't bother me. I like Shayna Baszler, but Bianca's super young. I think she needs to work on her character a little bit. Her hair is a little bit too much of a focal point, but I do think she has a bright future. Like, I think she's only like 22 or 23, maybe 24, something like that. So I figured I would hop. It was super cheap again. Can't exactly remember how much I paid. Probably around like $8 or $9. And if I'm not super attached to this card, so if it like blows up, I would sell it. But yeah, nothing else really to say about that. And then going back to the 2016 NXT mini boxes, one of the guys that you didn't, at the time, you did not want to pull, and even Matt Lorenzo, who I used to watch all of their videos. I still do, but I used to watch like religiously. The mini boxes, and between him and Lazy Booking and all of that, that kind of like I'd mentioned, I've always mentioned I've been into cards, but haven't always been into wrestling cards. So that this kind of stuff is kind of what kind of propelled me toward that a little bit. This is one of the guys at the time you did not want to pull. There's a lot of guys you still don't want to pull if you do rip open any of that. But this was certainly one of the guys that you did not want to pull. And Matt even likes him now, which is funny because there's like a video, and I think he gets like 2 autographs, and I think one is Almas and one is Elias, who, I mean, those are like 2 of the best ones you can pull now. And he said something along the lines of like, oh, of course they both suck, or something like that. It's just crazy how over time things change. But anyways, Andrade Cien Almas, now just Almas. Thank you, WWE. And that is a gold autograph, as you can see, out of 10 and 2 out of 10. So yeah, really, really nice card. A welcomed addition to the one of gimmick that I have going on. All right, so that pretty much covers everything I believe that I've picked up over the last couple of months. Now that the calendar has flipped to 2019 and we're over a month in, starting to get that national fever. There's been talks of it in our group chats. I know Alex sent out a tweet the other day. He's super pumped about going. Chicago's good. I don't know if it'll be as good as Cleveland, but just hanging out with everybody, that's what it's all about. There's a casino across the street from where we have the hotel booked. Deep dish pizza, if you're into that kind of thing. So yeah, if you guys are going to the National, or if you're considering going into the National, I definitely recommend it. It's always a great time. Even if you don't buy a lot at the show, just seeing the stuff. Seeing the stuff is kind of like a double-edged sword, because it's like awesome to see, but then at the same time you might kind of think, oh, I wish I had the money for that, or you might be tempted to spend more money than maybe you had thought. But for me, and I know a lot of the other guys, it's kind of like an excuse to kind of travel, meet up. I know Lazy Booking also said he's going. So far we've got myself, Sean, trying to get Lawrence in, Larry, kind of a friend of the channel more so. He's basically a Motor City Mark. He went to WrestleMania with us. He's done Hell in a Cell with us. I've lived with him for 4 or 5 years. So great guy. Very, very fun to hang out with. Sean, not sure if Sean's dad's going. Hashtag Dan Lepper. Said Lazy Booking. BTB, if you're watching, you need to make plans to get to Chicago. It's a lot of fun. Who else? Anybody else, really? I know I'm probably leaving some people out. If you're considering going, just book that vacation right now. Book that hotel. Make plans to drive or fly, whatever. Flights are cheap into Chicago, so that's a huge plus. And the convention center is like a couple miles from the just a couple miles from the airport. So it's a really good setup. A lot of great food, a lot of things to do, a lot of things to see. So yeah, I figured we'd talk a little bit about the National with doing a card video here. So we're going to cut this off at 15 minutes. Thanks for watching, guys. I Appreciate it as always, and we'll see you in the next one.